Hello and welcome back. I'm Holly McLean with TrainLi TV and the Alpine and Western Pacific Railroad. I'm sorry to say that I'm not going to be doing any yodeling today. However, I would like to talk to you about the substructure of our buildings. A lot of modelers will build a building by just using the same material that will be their finished exterior wall with no substructure. This works out great for indoor models or outdoor structures that are brought in from time to time. However, most will not stand the test of time outside. We wanted buildings that we could leave outside permanently. We wanted them to have little or no maintenance and look great years later. The secret to making this happen is number one, build the building first out of a substructure that is very solid and weatherproof. Second, the detail that you apply to the outside of your building should be made from real materials that would be used on the exterior of a real building. We started using the plastic kits that are readily available for G-scale and made for outside. They don't hold up very well outside for year after year use, especially in the more challenging climates. They require routine maintenance and are susceptible to winds blowing them over. We started then making them out of wood. That worked better than the plastic models. However, there wasn't much weight to them, and they were still subject to wind gusts, and the winter snow would create damage to the buildings. We then tried working with acrylic sheets, just like this one. This worked great for strength and weight. However, it was not the easiest to glue together, and it would split easily when nailed or screwed into. A manufacturing company, that's a client of mine, suggested PVC board. It's the same exact thing that the PVC pipes are made out of in your garden. It comes in large sheets and different thicknesses, just like these. It works fantastic. It's easy to cut, drill, and screw into. You use a solvent type cement, like the purple cement for your irrigation pipes. It sets up in minutes. The cement comes in several different colors, purple, clear, and gray. The cement also comes in different thicknesses, thin, medium, and heavy duty. We use the medium most of the time. Now today, we're going to have a Zoom meeting with Mo Renovato of South West WaterJet and Laser Company located in Phoenix, Arizona. They're the company that cuts out all of the material for the substructure of our buildings. Now, let's meet Mo.
Today we're going to be taking the next step in building the Kleine Scheidegg building, which is, you met Nico in our last segment, who is in France, and Nico does the CAD drawings, and then from there, he works with a company out of Arizona, which is South West WaterJet, and they go ahead and take those CAD drawings and end up cutting all the pieces. So today we're going to be talking with the folks at South West WaterJet, and we have on the screen here is Mo. How are you doing, Mo? How are things in Arizona today?
Warm as always.
Yeah.
Warm as always, sir.
How hot's supposed to get there today?
We are on a record-setting pace for heat wave, so we're at about 113 to 115 today. Well, we are Southwest WaterJet and Laser and Press Brake. We originated in 2007 out of Gilbert, Arizona, and have moved over to Phoenix since then. We currently just moved into our brand new facility in Phoenix. We've been here since June, so it's been a few months now. Place is we do flat pattern cutting from a 6 kilowatt laser. We also have 4 water jets that we do as well cutting from, and we also have a press brake. The press brake is the newest part of our go around, but it's been a fun one. Press brake is a machine that basically just does bending, any type of bending for flat piece of material. So we do a lot of angles with that machine. Aluminum, stainless steel, steel are the main areas for that.
So I imagine that the bulk of your business is not just doing little things for modelers, but I understand you do some defense contracting and a bunch of other things.
We do some DoD contract work. Pretty cool stuff on that end. Yeah. We do we're a job shop, so we enjoy doing one-off parts. We enjoy doing small jobs on top of the large DoD contract work that we do. It's it's everything that we always like to see little stuff. We don't turn very much away.
What types of materials can you cut?
We can cut really almost anything here in house. We can, on our water jets, we can cut anything up to about 6.5 to 8 inches thick. Stainless steel, aluminum, steel, plastics. We average do anything over an inch is water jet work. On our laser, we do anything thin, stainless steel, steel, and aluminum. And it's pretty fast. It's pretty precision. Our water jets are a little bit slower, but when you're looking for 5 thou tolerances and things of that nature, that's always the best way to go.
Okay. And so do you cut wood as well, or?
We do cut some wood, but it's always having to remember that we are cutting with water, so there is always going to be some absorption for that wood. So warpage is high and things of that nature. So we kind of tend to not want to do it, but if you insist, we'll do it. But you just always have to be aware that there is going to be absorption, and which causes
warpage.
Yeah, warpage.
So you can do all different types of metal. You can do plastic. You can do PVC, all those types of materials. And can you cut glass?
We do cut glass as long as it's not tempered.
Okay.
Glass. So before it gets tempered, it would be cut. Otherwise, it just shatters everywhere. It's a cool sight to see, but it's not fun to clean up.
So I think everybody understands how a laser jet, I mean, not a laser, but a laser works. You just have a big laser beam and it burns its way through the material. Yeah,
we have a 6K fiber optic laser, which is a fast machine. We can cut, over 1,000 inches a minute. So with that machine on thinner materials, thinner steels, thinner stainless steel, and aluminum. We can also cut up to an inch thick regular A36 carbon steel on that machine. We cut about 1/2 inch stainless steel and about 1/2 inch aluminum. But when it comes to those thicknesses, it's almost better to run them on the water jet at that point.
So how does the water jet work?
Water jet works. So it is a motorized water jet pump that pushes out 55,000 psi with an abrasive being fed into the water, which allows cutting through all sorts of materials. So it's pretty heavy. You don't want to put your hand in there, but it'll definitely cut a lot off.
Take us kind of through the process. You get, like when we do one of our buildings, you get a file from Nico, and it's all laid out and nested. And I think also what's nice is you guys can procure all the materials unless it's something really unique.
Yeah, we procure quite a bit of material here. So we have about a dozen different vendors that we go from. So when we receive a file from a customer or from from Nico, they send us the files. We take a look at it. We try and figure out what type of material we're going to be using, figure out thickness, material type. We run it through our system, figure out what it is that we need to do to adjust to make sure that it is going to be a cuttable file, so we have 100% versus if there's going to be any issues, any possible crashing, anything of that nature. So once we receive an email, we take a look at that, we run it through our system, make sure that it's going to be 100%, and then we go from there into cutting. It's about a week process, but a 1 week process, but it is a solid process. So we have 5 different estimators. From there, it goes to myself. I review all the files. We sign off on it. I release it to the floor. Once it's released to the floor, it's about 3 days from there. We have depending if it's laser, WaterJet, we have supervisors out there that grab the work, and they'll take it to the floor, load a machine with it, and start cutting from there. We are ISO 9001 certified. What we do is we do a lot of drop shipments.
Mhm.
So for modelers or anybody else, they can just order the material and have it shipped directly to us.
Okay.
And that makes life a little bit easier, and we can, we ship that material right back if there's anything left over.
So the Kleine Scheidegg building, that was over 150 pieces or so, and you guys ended up shipping that on a truck on a big pallet,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up being almost 200 pounds of material.
Yeah, when we have large pieces of that nature, we try to, make sure that it's going to get there in one piece versus damage. So we try and make sure that the material is flat on something full size versus having it hanging over on the edges. That just, you're going to cause headaches and troubles at that point replacing parts. So we try to ship it out right the first time. We have customers all the way up to New York,
Yeah.
Florida, up in northern United States, southern United States. We have them all over the country, and it's you'd think with the distance there'd be a lot of laser companies or WaterJet companies out there, but again, they don't like doing small jobs, and we don't mind.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we can do that, but you need 1,000 pieces of it. It's like,
or you're going to be 2 months pushed out. Our lead time stays the same whether you're a small one-man team or a big DoD contract. We do have a shop minimum of $75, but we can maximize your parts at that point. If you need just one part, and we are telling you we can get 10 to 15 parts, we'll maximize that so you at least get the bang for your buck at that point versus just one part.
thank you again for your time. I know you guys are busy, and
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and have a nice hot day there in Phoenix.
Thank you.
Right.
Have a good one, plan.
See ya. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
It has arrived, the Kleine Scheidegg train station, all the parts that we had cut from South West WaterJet down in Arizona. Now they delivered it here on a truck. This is about a 200-pound pallet, and there's over 100 pieces to this building. So we're really excited to get started on this, and we can go ahead and open this up. So this here is the base of the building, and as you can see, it's pretty significant. The gift shop down there, the cargo office right up there. So been waiting for this so we can actually place it out on the railroad station up there at Tahoe Junction, just to make sure that the tracks are in the right spot, and this will fit in there correctly, and then we'll bring it back in and start building. All right, well, we got this thing unpacked, and the next thing is to go ahead and organize these pieces. And it looks like everything made it in pretty good shape. We have one piece that's bent a little bit, but that's very easy to fix. And so this will be exciting. And I guess what we should do is probably later on today, we'll take this base platform and take it up and put it on the Tahoe Junction station, make sure it all fits the way it should, and we'll be back soon. There's the base station, if you guys can grab that. All right, and the circular part points to the north. Well, hey, that fits perfect.
It's beautiful.
Well,
Just right.
well, Manny, what do you think of this project?
Oh, it's been something.
I've been working on this almost 2 years,
It's been a long time.
and just finishing up the last week or two, hopefully, and then we'll get this building in. That'll take a while. So we got this all fitted. The next thing that we need to do, Manny, is we need to run the concrete pavers, and we want to do 2 layers, and we'll bring it from here, maybe about right here, to about right where your foot is, right where the curve starts on this side, and same thing on this side, but we probably only need to come out maybe 8 inches or so, just right along, and we can end it there. Then we're going to have another one start even right down the center and end at the same spot. And then this one can start right here, and we'll go down and end at the same spot. And then this one can start probably about right here, right where the curve starts, and it can go to where the curve starts at that end. And then right here, just boom and around in this section. And
That's a lot of
yeah.
tile there.
But don't glue it together yet. But you might maybe number them, because then once I get this done, then I can figure out the wiring and where to run the conduits to come up.
Perfect.
So that'll be the next.
Oh, that's a lot of work right here.
Yeah.
Just to say right here.
So a lot of work, but it'll look. But that's one of the things that we've done to have our station platforms be really solid, is to overlay those concrete pavers, and so they overlap, and then we use the landscape adhesive to glue them down, and then we put our tile on top. When you get ready to do that, there's some other little spacers that we want to put in, so we adjust the height so that once the tile's in, it's even with the top of the rail.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. Nothing to this little project.
Nothing, man.
Another year or two, and we can start on the big one in the backyard. Now we got this all figured out. All right, we can bring that in, and we'll just set it up on the table, and this will probably be its home for the next 3 to 6 months as we build this. All right. Thank you very much, Manny. Nothing to it. The fun part's going to be carrying that back up when it weighs like 300 pounds. All right, well, let's see what's in these boxes here. And these are all the smaller pieces for the, this is the gift shop floor, and so that's pretty cool. Ooh-wee. Here are all the roof arches, lots and lots of pieces here. All right, so I think the next thing we're gonna do is just lay everything out so we have a good idea of what we're up against. Well, wow, this is kind of like a Thanksgiving table set for a modeler. So this should be fun. over 100 pieces, no pictures or instructions or diagrams. Well, I think we have one or two CAD diagrams. So we got to figure out how all this goes together. And the more challenging part will be in what order we build this. We kind of have to plan it out 2 or 3 steps ahead of time to and test fit pieces so that it all goes together smoothly and correctly, and we don't have to take any sections apart because we kind of missed a better direction in putting it together. So anyway, thank you for watching this episode of TrainLi Tech TV and building the Kleine Scheidegg Railroad Station. We look forward to seeing you next time as we continue to build this over the next few months. And as always, if you have any questions, any comments, or any suggestions as we build this model, please don't hesitate to contact us at Hawley, Hawley, at TrainLi, TrainLi.com. We'll be more than happy to take your questions, comments, and suggestions. And until next time, thanks again for watching. I'm Holly McLean for TrainLi Tech TV.